What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kreation DJs Podcast, very first episode. We are currently in Las Vegas for the Wedding NBA 2025, so we are shooting this from one of our hotel rooms. We plan to do this on a constant weekly basis, so we hope you guys lock in, subscribe, like, follow. Put stuff in the comments what you want us to talk about. If you have questions, we would love to hear it. I am DJ Jtorcher, that's DJ Jamaal. We are the owners of Kreation DJs. And yeah, so here we are, Wedding NBA 2025. I want to get straight into it because it's been a topic on Facebook and everywhere else, DJ setups. What do you think is an appropriate DJ setup?
I mean,
you know what I got to say. You know what I got to say. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, when I started off, it was like sitting up on a table with a DJ controller and a table for side. And now, obviously, we have moved up to the Pro X Mesa, where basically you don't see any cords or anything. To me, that's the thing. Like, you can, as long as nobody can see your cables.
Fair. So let me get a little more in depth. That recent Facebook post, I'm gonna clear the air right now. There's nothing wrong with the setup. There is a few things that can be touched up. Looking at that setup, you can tell that person is fairly new in the game, and they're probably just getting started. So there's a few things that can be touched up. There's a lot of people saying, oh, well, this person showed up to an award show with this setup. Well, we've had the argument on Facebook with a couple other DJs. And the truth is, the client does need to understand what they're getting and know who they're booking. But as a DJ, and I'm not talking about the DJ that is in that post. I'm talking as a DJ of where I'm at in the years that I've been in, the years that I know a lot of these guys have been in, that said there was nothing wrong with that setup. Well, if there's nothing wrong with the setup, but you've been... So here's my thing. If you feel like there's nothing wrong with the setup, that's great, because I feel like there's nothing wrong with the setup if that person is at a entry level. If you have been in the game for 10, 15 years, you should know better. You should know how to evolve. You should know how to grow. You should know how to set up. You should want your setup to shine. You know what I'm saying? You should want it to shine. It's just everybody's all in an uproar about this, and I don't understand. You know, some DJs are saying, and listen, I'm gonna say this here. Some DJs are saying, and I took offense to this for a little bit, but I had to calm down and really realize where I was at. They said a lot of the DJs, which includes me and Jamaal, that have the nicer setups are trash or can't DJ. That was where I got pissed off at, because that's bullshit. It's like, and this is coming from DJs that have been in the game just as long as I have. And it's like, so you haven't evolved your setup in 20 years, but you're still going out, and I'm going to put the price out there. You're still going out doing shows and weddings and events for $300. It's like, why would somebody pay you more money if your setup doesn't fit the part? You know what I'm saying?
To do a wedding, I don't know. I just feel like,
But not just a wedding in general. I'm talking like corporate events, award shows, banquets, just in general. I mean, a wedding, of course, you're gonna, you want to bring out your best stuff. But I'm saying, like, in general, like for just a regular party. What do you think?
well, I mean, like I said, to me, the most important thing is clean, wires taped down, no wires showing. Outside of that, everybody's got different things that they use. I think some DJs have just...
Say it. I know you want to say it. Say it. I know you want to say it. I know you want to say it.
Right. So...
This is why we're doing this. This is why we're doing this. Say what's on your mind.
I think laziness comes into play.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
It's a lot of people. I've been in. I'm 15 years in. I know it's DJs who've been in as long as me or longer than me, and I see a bunch of lazy
I agree.
I think whatever your setup is, you should take pride in it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. So for some context, we use the Pro X Mesas, which are pop up DJ booths, look really well. And he also has a pop up tea table that's very clean and looks very good. And I have a bun booth, and he's working on getting a bun booth. And then we also are building Toadmatics. So yes, we have the higher end gear. We also work to get there, but you don't have to be there. One of our DJs, DJ Ghost, he doesn't have what we have, but his setup looks great. It's clean. And really at the end of the day, that's all it is. But it's like you have to want to evolve and move up. It's like you don't get to a price point that we're at with the basic setup. I'm gonna be honest. I've talked to coordinators, I've talked to vendors, talked to venues, and that's what it is. Whether DJs understand it or not, the setup does matter. I used to be one of those DJs that said the setup didn't matter. It was the DJ. But if your setup is clean and they're scanning the room, like take for instance, say you're at an event, or just say you're at a wedding, and you see the coordinator, and we've all seen this. You see the coordinator going around taking shots of the room. Why do they stop when they get to the DJ?
I mean, the setup looks great.
You know what I'm saying?
And you get people comment on it.
That's what makes it worth it to me.
And we have gotten booked based on how we look.
Yes, 100%.
Bun booth or not, Pro X or not.
Yeah.
The fact that we show up and we clean.
100%.
Personally, we have gotten booked off of that, and so yes, it does matter. Mm-hmm. And for me, a client doesn't necessarily know how you're going to come all the time.
Correct.
To me, that's all the more reason why when you show up, you should be clean, wires taped down, facade if necessary.
Yeah, just make it look great. Make it look a part of the scenery. Like there's nothing wrong with the basic setup, because going back to that setup that I was talking about, I started like that. Mine was way worse. We started from that. But my biggest complaint is, like you said, laziness, and the fact that DJs have been in the game for 20 some odd years and your setup still looks the same. That bothers me. That bothers me. And then you complain about people undercutting you. Nobody's undercutting you. You're undercutting yourself.
It's too much money to be made out here. And like I said, based on the fact that we have been booked based on how we show up to do other people's events.
Exactly.
It does matter.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Like, I don't know what's wrong with these cats, bro. Like, I just, shit is wild. It
does matter.
It matters.
And how you present yourself matters. Not even how you set up your gear, but how you look matters.
But it's also more than just DJing. A lot of DJs not really forget that. Some don't know. Some aren't educated enough in the game to know. You do a basic wedding for your friend down the street, you're not doing all the back end stuff because you're doing it for a friend. You're not something to constantly, well, we do 50 to 75 events a year. We're doing this every week. It's a lot to it. A lot goes into it. The planning. Shout out to Vibo, because, listen, if it wasn't for them, doing this many events, bro, shout out to Vibo, because that helps us. You got to have some sort of system or some sort of app like DJ Event Planner or something, right, to get it all together, because there's weekends we do 4 or 5 weddings in one weekend. There's 3 of us. So trying to make sure we're all getting the right music for what we need and everything like that can be a problem. But a lot of people don't see the back end that you do. It's like, just like a club DJ. I was a club DJ, and I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to get crucified for this. Club DJs play the same shit every weekend. And I know it for a fact because I used to do it. We just mix it different. We might throw a different song in there. It's the same shit every weekend. I'm going to say it. I'm going to cuss. I'm going to say it because it's the truth. And the same thing goes with weddings. We play a lot of the same music. So going into a wedding, you have to understand what your couple really wants and who they are. And that takes a lot of, jumping on calls and things like that and trying to figure out what they exactly want to make sure you cater it to that, because you're like, okay, I might be able to do a bunch of wordplays on this wedding. Okay, this wedding, they like EDM, so I don't have to mix as much, but I can do different stuff. Or you can make edits of, okay, the trap music into like an EDM style to where you can play it. So getting prepared for a wedding, every wedding is different. And I'm going to say it like Nick Spinelli said it, every wedding is like the Super Bowl.
You got to treat it like that.
Yeah, you got to treat it like that. So it's like, I may go in knowing I'm going to play 15 to 20 of the songs I played last week or yesterday. but I may do something different with them, just like with stems with Serato now. As much as I was against it, you know, you got to utilize it like that. So it's like using your stems in different ways to make like, you know, different songs. Like I'm Bruno Mars is probably one of the top do not plays on our playlist now. You know, because people are tired of hearing Bruno. Yeah. And we all love Bruno. He makes dope music, but it's so overplayed. Just like these damn line dances. Stop playing the fucking line dances. I'm gonna say it. Man,
but look, I'm not against the line dancers. But I mean,
you know what though? I like that flex, that Cupid flex. That's dope. I fuck with it. Let me stop cussing so much before they take us off the air. But yeah, that Cupid flex, I'm messing with it.
I mean,
like
you know,
you just gotta find ways to change it up. That's basically what I'm saying is with the stems and remixing it, because we mix, so we already do different stuff. Like, you know, so that thing is one thing, but
right.
You know,
I mean, I get it with the line dancers. You know, you as you're preparing for your own wedding, you show up, you go to 3 or 4 different weddings throughout the year as you're preparing for yours, and you hear Cupid Shuffle and Electric Slide and Wobble every time. By the time it's time to get ready to put yours together and talk to your DJs, of course you're ready to tell him.
My thing is like with the line dances, and here's the deeper fact on the line dances. I was a cruise ship DJ for about 10 plus years. So you think you play a lot of line dances, bro. Listen, I've played all of them. But the biggest thing for me is Cupid Shuffle and Wobble, and maybe even Cha-Cha Slide need to go. They need to go. There's so many other line dances out there that can be utilized. It needs to go, man. And it's like, to me, it ruins the dance floor. Because
not so maybe the Cupid Shuffle, not so much the other two. You can mix Wobble, literally mix Wobble and Cha-Cha Slide.
I've mixed out of Cupid Shuffle, like use Soldier Boy or something like that.
Well, yeah, I use it.
Drop the stems out, you know.
I mean, Soldier Boy, Pop, Lock, and Drop It.
Yeah.
One of them two is usually the thing. But for me, Wobble, especially for if we're talking about wedding clients who basically want to hear 90s music anyway, it's easier to.
Oh
yeah,
for the 90s, it's definitely right. Yeah. You can go into Return of the Mac. I do that. My thing is the line dances. I feel like, and here's what I'm gonna say, and some DJs are gonna hate me for saying this, but it's a crutch. If I have to use a line dance to fill my floor, listen, bro. I'm sorry. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Now, I will say this. There is some weddings where it's like, okay, line dances are the hit. Some people don't like to dance. They don't like to do line dances. But you should not be playing line dances in the club, period. Okay, line dances are for backyard parties, bro. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. You know, it's I don't like them, bro. I feel like when people ask for line dances, and I'm the type, I can be, you know, if you ask for, you want a bunch of line dances, you keep bugging me. I used to do this on cruise ships. They would bug me about the line dances. Okay. I would play every line dance back to back, and I would take a break. That was my break. I'd go use the bathroom, go get me something to drink, because I'm going to wear your ass out. Like, here's all your line dances. Let's get back to the party. I'm here to DJ. Okay, playing a line dance, you're not DJing. You're just playing a song.
I'm gonna ask you. Okay, well, what about this one?
Okay.
What about the Tamia record? Is that a line dance to you?
So here's the thing, and I'm gonna expose this because a lot of people don't know this, and they think, oh, this is a great line dance and this and that. It ain't for y'all. I'm gonna tell you what that record came from and where that dance came from. It came from us skaters. That's why that move that you see everybody mess up, they can't figure out how to do it, because we do it on skates. As somebody who used to be a skater and skate all the time, like I'm talking like roll bounce skate. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know what type of skate, I'm not talking about no skateboard. I'm talking about like roll bounce type skate.
I ain't never been no skater, so.
Yeah, I can skate, bro. I can do all that stuff on skates. Well, at least I could about 15 years ago, but that's a whole another situation. I got on some skates the other day, bro. Let me tell you, I was still cold, but I wasn't like I used to be. You know,
I got
I'm
to
a bit
really
rusty.
like used to let you see me falling down on my ass on skates.
Man, my wife, she was mad at it, boy. Let me tell you, but yeah, that dance originated from my skaters, and it's funny because every time I've played that, I see them messing it up, and I'll get on the mic and I say, sometimes I even stop the music. I say, hey, you guys realize why you can't get that move? Because like, oh, it's off beat, this and that. No, because we're on wheels. That's why, because we're sliding into that next move. So that's why you see them mess it up, and they get off because it is off. But it's a way that we transition on wheels. But as far as that, like, I'm an R&B guy, so I don't mind it that much. I don't mind it that much. But I don't care to play it though. I don't care to play it unless I have to. But speaking of that, I will say one thing, and y'all need to give this man credit. That boy Cupid, listen to him sing on them line dances now. That man is, bruh. Listen to him sing on Cupid Shuffle, on Flex, any of them.
You don't even like to play it.
But he's singing though. We worry about this damn line that he's singing. Listen to that boy sing. I'm just being honest. Go listen to Cupid Shuffle without playing it in an atmosphere where you're going to like use it for line dances and even Flex. Listen to him sing. Like, they don't give that man enough credit. I will say that. Like, he needs to do an R&B record. I ain't gonna lie to you. I buy it. I'll mess with it. But anyway, it's, you know, I just think the line dances are played out. If I can get through a whole night without playing any line dances, I absolutely will.
I like playing the cha-cha only because, you know, at the beginning.
You know one I mix that you gonna laugh at? I'll mix Cotton Eye Joe, bro. If they have it on their list.
I've done it a couple times.
I'll mix it.
I've done it a couple times.
Because it's 131. So you can go anywhere. Just like the cha-cha slide one that I use, the 6 minute one long is like 132, 131. So you can, they can be mixed out of.
Right.
Is it? Yeah, they can be mixed out of. My biggest thing is, and I've seen it, especially like when people are just constantly asking you, they'll get up and they'll dance for those dances, for those line dances. And then as soon as you transition into something else, over. They go sit down. So it's like, y'all killed my dance floor. That's why you don't see me playing a lot of line dances. You won't see me posting videos of line dances because to me, it's not what I do or necessarily what we do as well because we mix. It's like I don't want to say it, but we're real DJs. I mean, we're mixing the songs.
But I mean, okay, so with the cha-cha, you know, it's in that 120, 125, 130. Mm-hmm. And when you hitting, I don't know, you hitting Whitney Houston, you hitting...
I mean, you can go anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why, to me, I mean, I don't mind that one. Now, the other two, I mind a little more, but like even with the wobble, especially if the vibe is a 90s 2000 vibe, then yeah, I'm
not saying it don't fit.
But no, I like the Cupid Shuffle. I mean, it is, to me, that
I just
is
think
a
they're
killer.
overplayed. They're overplayed, man. It's they were great songs, but I got some dope line dances, man, that people don't play. Like when you go to other regions, and that's one thing when I was on cruise ships, being in other regions, like I learned a lot of different dances. There was a guest. He brought me a USB, and I still have the crate on my laptop. It's Southern line dances, and this is dances that we don't do up here. Most people ain't never heard of.
Right.
Like what's the one? And I know this one's old, so don't come for me. But it's out of New Orleans, and I don't know if it's out of New Orleans, but they do it out of, like, it's real big down there. Is the Zodiac bounce or Zodiac? It's dope. Man, it's dope. Like, but it's just like everybody's so stuck in their region, and nobody wants to gravitate to anything else. Or it's people are scared. DJs are scared to take chances on records because it ain't like it was back in the day. So you get in that safe zone. I'm like, oh, I'm going to play 24 Karat Magic. I'm going to play Wobble. I'm going to play Cupid Shuffle. Yeah, people are going to dance. But the number one thing brides are telling us is like, hey, we went to 3 weddings this year, and every wedding was the same.
Yep, don't do that. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to find a way to do something different. It's like, you know me, I don't play the full song anyway. The most you getting is 2 and out.
Right.
And especially now that I'm starting to make my own edits, it's really 2 and out because that's all that's on there. Or I'll go on DMS and download the super short version, and you get the chorus and a little bit, and that might be it, you know. But And that really depends on how much open dance time there is as well. But I just feel like that's overplayed, man. I mean,
I think we're at a point now where brides and grooms don't want it, but unfortunately, parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles still do.
But
because otherwise, they're just gonna sit there. And I understand it's like this is not their night. Got it. Completely understand.
But that's why you and I have the calls with them and say, hey, if you feel like there's songs they want to hear, put them in during dinner time. You know what I mean? Put them in.
That's the perfect thing to do for mom and dad, and
If there's songs that you know that your older crowd wants to hear, but you don't want for your open dance, put them in during dinner time. I've had people get up and dance during dinner time. You know, put them in during dinner time. Let them have their moment, because then later on, when we get crazy, they've already kind of had their thing. Like, listen, I've looked up the last wedding I did, and it was funny because our videographer, he goes, bro, you got grandma on the dance floor to something she ain't got a clue what the song is. And I was playing, I don't know if it was Yeah Glow or something, and she was out there. But I had her dancing early. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it kind of plays into that. And as far as overplayed, let's go into this. Overplayed songs. Let's talk about some overplayed songs. A lot of them. So, and this has been a big one going around the internet. I know Joe Bunn and a couple other guys were talking about this. September. What do you think? People starting to open the dance floor.
I'm playing it no matter what. I'm not opening the dance floor with it.
I've opened quite a few times. I've played quite a few times. I ain't gonna lie.
Especially the version of it that we playing.
Yeah, and I got a different version of it.
Yeah, I'm playing that no matter what. That's an automatic must.
You don't think it's time for it to be?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
I can give you the cha-cha, and again, back to that for a second. Again, the version of Earth, Wind, Fire, September we playing. I can play with it.
I think it's DeVille edit. I think DeVille did that edit.
I believe
DeVille did that edit.
The acapella, the clap.
Yeah, the clap there. Yeah, clap.
Yeah, so it's like,
in,
especially that version of it. No, I'm never retiring.
Okay.
Now, the version that I might play at dinner time, the original that was on the Earth, Wind, and Fire record. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But the one where I can use it when I'm in my 120 plus zone to keep the dance floor and keep the older people on it. Nah.
Okay.
Nah, that's to me that's a must.
So tell me, what songs, aside from line dances, what songs do you think are overplayed? That DJs.
I mean, you can definitely make the case September is overplayed. I just won't let it go.
Okay.
You can. Let me see. Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody is another one.
Oh man, that's one of my favorites.
But again, it's not necessarily something I'm going to retire. But I think you can make the argument that it's overplayed.
Here's my thing with it. I think it is overplayed. I will agree, and it probably does need to be retired, or Kygo needs to do a version of it or something. But I really, so my thing is with that one, I use that one. If it's an older crowd, I will use that, and I get them singing. And a lot of times, like when she says, when it stops and when she says, with somebody who loves me, right before that, I'll say with who, and I'll kill the music and sing.
Yeah,
I've dropped it. I've dropped it out before. I've done it before where I've dropped it completely out and they're singing, and then I'll mix in something else, and Whitney Houston never comes back in.
Right.
So I mean, I think it is overplayed. Like how you are with September. I don't know if I can retire it right now.
Not that. Again, the version that we playing.
Yeah,
I can't retire that.
So give me another song you think is overplayed, because it might be stuff that's on my list that I'm playing. I want to know. I want to know what you think is overplayed.
Yeah, Usher is another one. Not one I'm gonna retire, especially with what I do with it.
Okay.
Because I literally had just posted a reel when I was at Brookstone a couple weeks ago where I mixed it with Big Energy. And I love those two records together for the record. Like that's another reason why
it is a staple though.
It is a staple.
And it's everywhere.
I think you can make the case that it's overplayed, but because I can mix it with everything from Big Energy
it's
to Back to
105,
the Hotel to Freak a Leak, like I'm never going to stop playing.
Okay.
But you can definitely make the case that that's one too.
Okay. Okay.
I'm trying to think another one in that. Hot in Her is another one. I think
he's listing stuff I play.
Yeah, I think you can make the case that one's overplayed too. But again, it's like I'm
gonna be honest with you though.
It hits with all genres, all genres, all ages. Yeah, Hot in Her, they hit.
And that's the thing. It's like with those, I know those songs hit. So I've recently, like this wedding season, I tried to not play a lot of those songs. unless I had to, just to challenge myself. It's like, there's we forget about the other great songs in those eras because we get so stuck on. Because listen, that Usher and Lil Jon, like it's 4 different songs, 3 different songs. Because you got Usher and Lil Jon, you got PD Pablo, Freak a Leak, and you got what's your name, My Type.
My Type, Hot in Her.
No, but those 3 are all the same beat. All 3 of those are the same beat.
Well, then you'd have to throw Blow the Whistle in there too, then, because that's what.
Yeah, but
that's what My Type is. That's basically what My Type is.
Yeah, in a way, but Blow the Whistle, I don't feel like it's overplayed because I don't think I'd
classify that one as overplayed. But I mean, as far as like, that's, I don't want to say it's a sample, but it's if it's not a sample, it's about as close as you could get without being one.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
But yeah, like I'm not. Yeah, you could, like I said, you could definitely make the argument. Hot in Her, yeah. What's another one in there that's more popish that I play a lot? Buttons.
I don't play that.
I play that one. Not necessarily something. Maybe that one is not one that I would qualify as overplayed.
Overplayed. Okay. I'm just talking like as what.
Get Low.
Man, that's tough. That's a tough one not to play, because it gets the reaction. It's a tough one not to play.
I'm just saying, but I think, but again, it hits with everybody.
It does.
Everybody knows it. Age, genre. You might not like it when it comes on, depending on if your mom or grandma, but you know what it is when it. You know what I mean? You know what it is.
I've had a mom or grandma ask for that before. So,
I have too.
I
have too.
Yeah, Get Low.
But Get Low is another one. I think you could make an argument.
So let me ask you that: if you give me 5 songs that you think should be retired. Give me 5 songs you think should be retired.
Well, I mean, you could. I just gave you 5 you could retire.
Yeah, but
I won't do it.
That's what I'm saying. 5 that you would retire right now. I'm gonna tell you one thing, DJs. Listen to me.
Oh my God.
Who the fuck is playing the chicken dance? Why do I keep getting that on my do not playlist? Who is playing the chicken dance? Are you kidding me? Like, bro, that was our number. I looked at Vibo. I think that was our number 1 thing that was said to not be played was the chicken dance. So I don't know who's doing that, but stop it. Whoever's doing it, stop it.
You know what? I think Shots is another one you can make the argument.
Yes, 100%. And I have retired. I have retired.
It's hard. That one's hard too.
I rarely play it. If I do, I'm in and out. I play just the first intro of it, and I'm out of it. I don't even let it get to the build up. I'm out. I'm rolling through it. Because he has Lil Jon has another song. It's called Drink, and I do have the clean version of it. So sometimes I'll go from Shots into that and then into something else, and it kind of makes it almost as a song because it kind of rolls together. But yeah, Shots is definitely one I've stopped playing.
I've started playing Ludacris and Justin Bieber a lot.
Oh, I play that a lot. You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Baby needs to be retired. But listen, bro.
I don't know because I just recently started.
I think it's coming back around. Because you got to remember how hot that song was when it originally came out. Because he was young, and now that song's come back around. You play that at weddings, and they go crazy. And then I mix it with Down, with was it Jay Sean and Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. I mix it with Anaconda sometimes too.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I think that could be one that's retired. And this one's tough to retire, but I've stopped playing it. Sexy and I Know It. I've stopped playing that.
It's been a minute.
I've stopped playing a lot of LF. Listen, I can't even say their name.
LMFAO.
LMFAO. I've stopped playing a lot of.
Okay, so how you feel about the hotel room service? How you feel about the?
That's been on a lot of our must plays. That's been on a lot of must plays, and I kind of thought it was done, but
nah, to me that's almost.
I
don't know if it's on Usher, and Get Low level, but people still dig that. People still dig that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. I agree.
I think now, if you got me to say one song that I would, even though I kind of end up playing it all the time. OMG Usher.
See, I don't play that one a lot, but I've heard DJs.
I think you can make the case that one's time for that one to be retired. But again, when you when you in that 120 to 130, and you can go from anywhere from.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's hard to put it down.
It's tough. It's tough. If I had to give 5 songs right now, other than line dances, because believe me, line dances can go. I could care less if I ever play a line dance again. Now, I am going to clarify, if a bride and groom, that's what they want, that's what we'll do. But I try to talk them out of it. But 5 songs I think should go, and some are songs that I am playing. So I'm going to have to kind of dig in my crate a little bit. But one song needs to go is Uptown Funk. I think Uptown Funk has run its course. Uptown Funk ran its course last year. Uptown Funk has to go. Now, with that being said, Uptown Funk is something I use to transition because it's at that weird 115 BPM.
Yeah, because I can play Ice Ice Baby with that. I can play.
Yeah, so I understand.
I can play some Justin Timberlake with that.
Yeah,
I can play.
But it needs to go.
I can play some Usher and Juicy J with that. That to me, that's why that one's hard for me, because it's like I don't mind.
But you got to challenge
Usher and Juicy
yourself.
J record.
You got to challenge yourself. So
that's true.
I'm gonna say that. I would say 24 karat, but I can't because I have a couple different edits that I use. Because I feel like if you're using an edit of it and it's different, and it's not the original song, it kind of gives it a little more life. So I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say Bruno Mars, Uptown Funk needs to go. I'm gonna agree with Shots. I'm gonna agree with Shots. Shots has got to go. Shots has got to go. I mean, it's not. I don't think it has what it used to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Shots.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I am gonna agree with you on the Whitney Houston. I want to dance with somebody. It needs to be. It needs a good edit. That's what it needs. Matter of fact, that might be something I work on. It needs a good edit. But
for me, I don't think I can let it go, man, because at some point, even if it's
it's iconic.
even if it's not right, even if it's not the it's about the bride.
True.
But again, when we first 9 times out of 10, when we first jump off in that 120 to 130 run, I still got grandma and uncle and still there.
I'm going, yeah.
And it's like I don't. It's hard for me to, when I'm in that zone. It's hard for me not to put it down, and I know I can get mom and dad out there. I know I can get uncle or grandma out there, like that one. And then like, okay, for me, Michael Jackson. Which one of Michael Jacksons in that run would I? Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. I think I'd retire that.
Huh.
Yeah,
that's tough.
I think I'd retire that.
That's tough, but I can agree with it. But I'm playing Billie Jean.
That's the only one.
I'm playing Billie Jean.
That's the only one.
So I'm gonna say so those are my 4. Those are 4. I need one more. So we had Uptown Funk, Shots, Whitney Houston, and Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, which I love playing that. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, there's videos on YouTube. I'm singing that whole thing, bro.
I could play PYT and beat it and be done.
Okay.
I could get rid of Thriller
fair.
and the others.
So there's 4. I need one more. Let me think of a really good one that's probably gonna piss people off. Because there's a lot. There's a lot of songs that are overplayed, and I've been going through looking to see, like, damn, I'm playing this, this many times a year, So it's the stuff that, and I think some of it just needs a fresh edit. That's a good thing about this era and with the technology, you can do edits and stuff now. But so for the 5th one, and that's not in any order. Like, I'm just listing off my 5. So number 5, Shots. I mean, I'm going to say this one too, Party Rocker. I think Party Rocker can go too.
That's LMFAO?
Yeah. I think Party Rocker can go too.
I mean, I wouldn't have thought of that one. I would put it on my list of 5, so I'll start with that one for 1.
Okay.
For 2, I would do Boom Boom Pow. I'm off that.
Okay.
I Got a Feeling would be number 3. I'm off that.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I'm off that. You know what? I'm going to say something unpopular. You're going to look at me like I'm crazy.
Okay.
It's Tricky. I think I'm at a point now where it's like, yeah, I don't.
That's.
I
see it. I see it.
I don't.
I see it.
I don't know. So, I Got a Feeling. Boom Boom Pow. It's Tricky.
I see it because here's
I forget what the other one I said.
It's tricky. I do use that.
Now look, it's 9 times.
But I'm only
10.
one verse, if that. Sometimes I just come in with the part everybody knows, and then I go into something else because it is overplayed.
Right.
I agree.
It's Tricky would be 1. Boom Boom Pow. I Got a Feeling. Damn, what's the first one I said? Damn, I forgot.
You said Hot in Here. You said Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna keep playing them because to me that 95 to 105, 106, 107, that's one I like being in that zone. So yeah, you could.
But you got instead of Hot in Here, you got Flap Your Wings, and he got a bunch of other stuff in that range too. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of records that we
Flap Your
skip
Wings,
on.
Salt Shaker,
Yeah.
Freak of Leak. Like you can get away with a lot of them.
Okay.
Boom Boom Pow, I Got a Feeling, It's Tricky.
That's 3.
I thought I had 4.
What did you say a second ago that made me mad? You said Whitney Houston.
Yeah. I think
Houston.
And then I think another one, I mean, I don't know, it will probably be in between. Well, I don't play Beat It, so I can't really count that.
Beat It takes a special crowd.
Yeah, I don't really mess with it, so I can't include that.
Crowd.
Thriller would get an honorable mention, but I don't know if I'd put it in the 5. I think there's something else I would retire over that.
I don't think I've played Thriller since I was on a cruise ship.
I Can't Let Go of the Justin and Ludacris. OMG, it would be one. I think I could OMG Usher, I could retire that.
So let me ask you this though. Those songs that you mentioned, you think those are overplayed by other DJs as well? Or just by you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm trying to think. Let me see. OMG, Boom Boom Pow, I Got a Feeling, It's Tricky. Like I said, Beat It, Thriller, I don't necessarily want to put them in the 5, but I mean, if there was an honorable mention, I'd put them in there. But then if there was a 5th one, I'd probably do... I don't know, maybe Party Rocker would be one. Because I can't leave Shots alone. I can't leave PYT alone. I can't leave Beat It alone. I can't leave...
So here's the thing with Shots. It has too many awkward moments where it stops. And I just think it's too much like... At this point, listen, in 30 minutes, I'm trying to get through 25, 30 songs.
Right. Oh, trust me.
You know how I do it,
Yeah,
so...
I know.
So yeah, But I think you're right. Those are some really overplayed ones. And it's like...
I can't get rid of Anaconda and Baby Got Back because of what I do with them. I can't do that.
I don't, as much as I want to say Baby Got Back is overplayed, I don't think it is. Even though I play it a lot, I don't think it's overplayed because I use it with Low. Low is one that's probably overplayed.
You can make a case with it for, yep. You can definitely, oh, that was one I forgot. You can definitely make a case for that.
But that's hard. That's almost like Usher and Lil Jon. Yeah, it works. It works every time. So like, and I found myself looking at, when I'm going through, looking at, okay, what can I play other than this that's going to get a reaction? Because now I'm starting to try to get the reactions of, oh, I ain't heard that in forever. Because there's a lot of bangers that people are like, oh, I ain't heard that, to kind of take your mind off of it. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of overplayed music in the wedding industry, but there's still a lot of songs that
again, I think we're talking about songs that hit regardless of age and regardless of genre. And it's like, it's hard.
But that's where we come in as the DJs to do our research to figure out, okay, what songs can cross over, because there is other songs, just those work. Like there's, like if right now, I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna get DJs are probably gonna come for my head on this one. If I am completely unsure about the crowd, like I had to come in and substitute for another DJ, something happened. I don't know the crowd, I don't know the background, I don't know nothing. There's about 5 to 10 songs that I'm gonna run through that I know is gonna let me know where they're at. Usher and Lil Jon, yeah. Montel Jordan, this is how we do it. Hot in Here. All of that in that range right there. When I start running through those songs, it's gonna let you know your crowd. Montel Jordan, you got 90s. This is how we do it. Montel Jordan, 90s. Yeah, it's 2000s. Nelly Hot in Here kind of gets you more on the college.
Ride With Me is in there too somewhere.
Ride With Me, yes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, those are probably 4 or 5 songs that I would just start with off the cuff because I know they're going to work. But then again, as a DJ, we are so scared of getting the wrong reaction from the crowd.
Now, you talking about what, regardless to what the crowd is?
I'm talking, you had a gig tomorrow and you got sick and you couldn't show up and I had to show up and I knew nothing. I knew absolutely nothing. I had to go in and play. You know what I'm saying? Like, Like those type of songs that are overplayed, I would play. I would
Right.
start with
Absolutely.
until
You
I
have to.
figured out where my crowd is at.
You have to.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as, clubs and DJ sets at corporate events and stuff like that, there's other songs that can be played, and I believe we get comfortable in that realm of playing certain songs and like, oh, okay, yeah, this is gonna work, and we get laid back. I've noticed by watching myself on video of me taking risk, and it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm having more fun. The crowd sees I'm having fun, and it's something different,
Right.
But yeah, there's a lot of overplayed stuff. I mean,
Oh yeah. But I mean, you gotta. There are things that you probably should do, like you said, to your point, until you figure out what is what.
and I really personally think a lot of the stuff that's overplayed, if somebody made a good edit with those or good mashup, So that brings me to this. How do you feel about edits and mashups that are already together? What do you think about that?
So I got one that I play that's and this is why I can't retire Billie Jean. There's a mashup that I play a lot of times with Billie Jean and Sexy Back.
That's already pre-made.
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel like DJs are cheating with the mashups?
No.
So is it
No, absolutely not, because DJs are, I mean, in essence, I mean, not necessarily, well, I guess you are a whole lot more than I am, but I mean, is DJs doing it? Why would I feel like it's a cheat?
Okay.
Is DJs doing it? So no,
that's kind of
not.
what's going to be my next thing. Is like, well, if it's my edit that I made the edit. But here's my thing. There's a lot of DJs and they will say, oh, well, you did it without doing it live. A lot of my edits I can do live.
I don't understand why that would even matter.
To me, it doesn't anymore. It's just like the mixtape game. There's a lot of DJs that are great. They're 4-track, but
don't even get me started.
They can't do that live.
That's a whole
other episode.
Yeah, don't even get started.
But as far as edits, I'm gonna be honest. I used to be against them. I used to hate them. I used to be like, why can't the DJ just do that? But with stems and everything else, it's like, to keep it fresh.
I think it goes to your point earlier about how some songs they just need freshened up. They need a reboot. They need to sound different. So no, I'm not against
that's
the mashup.
That's like the edit I made. Matter of fact, a year ago today, basically, when I started making edits, was Roscoe Dash. I love that entire song.
That's another one that you can make the case needs to be retired.
Well, yes and no. I love that entire song.
I do too. Well,
what part does everybody sing?
The
Roscoe
end.
Dash part.
The end.
So I made an edit where it comes in and goes straight to his verse.
I could do without the which verse is it?
Wale's verse?
Nah.
Waka's verse?
I could
Waka's first.
Yeah, I could do without that one. If
I'm
I was good with the edits like you were good with the edits, and I should be good with the edits by now. If I was gonna make an edit with that, I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably would do Wale's and Roscoe's and out. I would cut out.
You cut out Roscoe?
Yeah. No. I would cut out Waka's.
Okay.
I would keep because like you can kill the music and everybody sings Roscoe's to the letter. So it's like, no, I would never help.
I'm singing it. I'm DJing.
Yeah,
okay?
that's what I'm saying. If anything, I would cut out everybody's verse and just do basically what you did and just make an edit with Roscoe's and be out of there.
I used to be against edits. I used to hate transitions.
I kind of do.
Well, here's the thing. I used to hate transitions. I used to hate what is the other one? You're gonna get on me for this. I used to hate intros.
I know you did.
I used to hate intros because and I had to step back and look at it, is not all DJs can do what other DJs can do. So with the way my style is and how I do things, I'm able to do that without an intro. You know what I'm saying? I've recently got into using the intros and different things like that. But for a long time, I was like, I'm not using no intro. I got the instrumental. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the instrumental. I'll just do it like that because I can mix like that.
Right.
Transitions. I used to be like, that's horrible. What are we doing? But I feel like transitions have their place. And I feel like transitions have their place in weddings And the reason why I say that is because I'll be damned if I stop the music. You know what I mean? I don't like stopping the music. I like to keep it flowing. So if I got to jump somewhere really quick, now I don't have a whole lot of transitions, but if I have to, like, say the bride comes up and it's a song that's on her must playlist and she's like, hey, can you play this song now? And I'm at 128 and I need to get
to 98
or something, and I have a transition, I'm going.
Right.
I'm going. Now, not all transitions sound great. There's some transitions that are complete ass. I'm going to say that. There's some just complete garbage. Garbage. You know what I'm saying? But then there's some that are great. Like I have a transition of, what is it? More Money, More Problems. I have a transition, and I think it's just Biggie's verse. And when he says, throw your rollies in the sky, it transitions into Rolly. I just want to roll it. But it rollies in the sky, or rollies in the sky, or rollies in the sky, or roll. I don't know who made it. I have to look and see so I can give them credit. But I use that. And people are like, oh. I'm like, yeah, it's, you know, it's, I feel like the transitions, depending on how you use them, it can be used. Now, would I use them in a club setting or something like that? No.
Right.
Absolutely not. But as far as edits, like I said, I used to be against them until I started making them myself and kind of using them. It's like, and I think they're dope. And I think that's something DJs should do more of, is make edits. Make sure you have your name on the edit. That way, there's no better feeling than you hear another DJ play and you're like, hey,
yeah, it's my shit.
It's playing my edit.
Yeah.
I don't tag my edits as far as like in the song, but I tag the metadata. So if I give somebody my edits, it'll come up Jtorcher's edit, Jtorcher's mashup. Because I'm doing a lot of the different mashups, stuff like that in the edits, but it's fun.
When we leave, before we leave, because this is the second time we've been out here. I don't know if we're gonna meet Happa again or not. I don't know if he's in the itinerary.
He's one of the first people.
But we're gonna sit here and you're gonna show me what the hell, because I got a couple ideas. I did a wedding for a friend of mine in Terre Haute in July. Mm-hmm. Shout out Tessa and James, by the way. And my friend Jules, shout out to Jules. She gave me, and I'm not gonna say the two names because I don't want anybody to see this.
Yeah, don't say it. Yeah. Don't say it.
I'm not gonna give y'all the two songs.
Listen, I got notes in my phone. Notes in my phone.
She gave me, I'll just say she gave me a song by a current female artist and a 2000s hip hop male artist. And it actually sounded good together. But I have not messed with it because I have not sat down and tried to figure out how I'm going to.
Well, at the end of the day, you could initially, instead of doing it in software, you could record it and do it. That's one way to do it. Just to get started making edits. Like if you didn't know how to use it, something, I was like, okay, I know I can make the edits with stems and mixing it, record it. Then you have your edit. So now you have an edit to play. That is yours. You truly made. But then once you do learn the software, then you can, put it in the way you want and change. Because with this edit software and editing Ableton and the different softwares I'm using, the sky's the limit, bro. Like, and that's what, since I produce and make beats, it's hard for me to sit down and do like just one edit. My mind starts going. I'm like, oh, let's do this. Let's make this with this. Let's do this. Like I got some edits right now that people like with Motown. They're like, you did that with Motown? I'm like, yeah, bro. And it sounds amazing.
I need to pull that MK3 back out.
Yeah.
And make some edits.
But while we're on edits and mashups and all that, I want to say one thing, and they're going to come for me when I say this. They are absolutely going to come from my head when I say this. They're going to come for me, bro. I know they're coming from me when I say this. But I want to thank the whole world for stealing our style. Because, and hear me out, I'm not talking, let me clarify that. I'm not talking the mashups and the edits. I'm talking the DJs that are doing them live, calling them mashups, and it's not a mashup. It's you DJing. That style that everybody's doing now with stems and all this, we've been doing that in Indiana for 30 plus years without stems. So
That's what you want to do today, huh?
This is where I'm going. And I'm going to say that. I said on an interview once, and I'm going to say it again. They're going to come for me on this one. And really, I've been all around the world, traveled all around the world, DJ'd in over 60 countries, been everywhere. And I've seen some great DJs. But I have never went somewhere where I have seen DJs better than what we have in Indianapolis. And I'm going to say it. They're going to come from, they're going to say, oh, this, but hear me out, DJs. I'm not knocking you. I'm not knocking you. But y'all got to understand something. Is the way our style was before stems and before all these intro edits and all this stuff, before stems, we were doing that. We were doing that with records and tapes. We were mixing instrumentals and acapellas and we were doing that long before stems. Now, what would happen is I could go to another region, I could duplicate their style. They could come here, they could not duplicate our style because we could tell instantly, how they mix. Because like we were 2 and out, like, and we've always been like that. You get 2 verses, if that, and that's it. We're done.
Right.
So as far as what's going on now, like I was in New York, I was out of New York. And I was on a ship out of New York, and we had a New York crowd, and they asked, they said, are you from New York? I said, no, I'm from Indianapolis. I said, why would you ask me from New York? They said, you sound like a New York DJ. Well, I understood how they DJ. I was able to do that because a lot of it is it's a different style of how they mix, and sometimes they don't mix. They just talk over the records, or they slam a record in. It's different styles. Every region has different styles. But before stems and all these intros, we were doing that. That is our style, and I'm going to say it on record, that is our style. And I am disappointed in the DJs in my region that didn't stand up for that because they were arguing about all this other stuff. Who's the best DJ? Who's this? Who's that? The whole world is doing what we have been doing for 30 years. That is our style. Now, shout out to stems because you give a DJ like me that already mixes like that and adds stems to it, it's a recipe, bro.
Right.
It's, shout out to DJ Breck One. He's the one that pushed me to getting on stems. I wouldn't get on stems at first. Remember, I was 2 years behind on stems. Everybody's like, why don't you get on? I don't need it. I already mix like that.
Right.
But now, like he said to me, he goes, the style that you mix and the way that you mix, you integrate stems into it, it's going to make you even more dangerous. And it has. Because, bro, I will stem out something quickly.
I do it all the time. I do it all the time.
But that's our style, period. Try me.
I do it all the time.
I can prove that's our style. You know what I'm saying? It's no shade to everybody doing it. I'm not mad at the DJs that are doing that. You're welcome. But I'm more upset about the DJs in our city that have been doing that style forever. And when this took off, we didn't grasp onto it or claim it or really get on here and show what we can do. Everybody's so worried about the next man instead of working together. That's a whole different episode. But like I said, man, that's truly been our style for 30 plus years. I'm glad to see the world likes it because now it makes it easier for me to go somewhere and do something because people are used to hearing it. And it's fun because I enjoy seeing DJs get creative. I truly do. Like I said, I'm not knocking another DJ, but I just want people to know that came from us. It truly did.
I haven't been the places you've been, but I will say, running back and forth to ATL with Lucky, and shout out to Lucky and Tyrone, by the way. Running back and forth to ATL with them, it's at least as of 4 or 5, 6 years ago. I would definitely agree. Yeah, it's a huge difference. You see the difference. Yeah.
Like, and I'm gonna say this, and I might get in trouble for saying this. And I have a source for this, so if y'all come for me, I'm sending you to the source. And since you said Atlanta, DJ Jelly, that style that he has is phenomenal, but it originated from here. A lot of people don't know that. So from what my source has told me, and this comes directly from the source, like I don't know how true it is, but he basically took our style and took it to Atlanta and put his own spin on it, so technically he didn't steal our style. I'm not saying he stole it or anything like that, but he took it to Atlanta and put his own spin on it. And dude is amazing with it. But from what I was told by a record store owner, is he used to come up here to Indianapolis and buy our mixtapes and kind of listen and kind of learn how we did that style and kind of created his own from that.
Right.
That's what I was told. Like I said, from my source, that is a record store owner. I will not mention at the moment, but if y'all come for me, I'm sending you his way, because I was told that's how that style became that. But what he did, he didn't steal it. He took it and made it his own. Right. So I'm not because dude is cold, bro. I used to buy his mixtapes.
I never got a chance to hear him.
I got some of his stuff is cold. Like,
I think the last time I rode down there with Lucky and Tyrone, I met Smalls and I heard was it DJ Corrupt?
Okay.
I think we went somewhere and he was out. But okay. I mean, I definitely would agree though.
But that style, it's global now, and to me, like, and I may talk a lot of shit and get upset about things, but I'm glad to see it, that people love it. I'm glad to see other DJs being creative, because it's challenged me, because now I got to be more creative, because that was the style that always set us apart. So now I got to dig in my bag and do different things and use stems or mix something else, because I don't use mixed in key or headphones or any of that.
Shout out to Breck.
I'm not. Listen.
Shout out to Breck.
That mixed in key. Listen,
it makes a difference, bro.
I can't figure it out.
I don't know how you can't.
Because it feel like it handcuffs me.
That is fair. That's fair.
But it's also like my style of DJing and how I always DJ. We didn't have mixed in key, like we didn't have controllers, so we had to learn things a different way. So a lot of it was just trying stuff, and you'll hear me. You know, sometimes I look at something, I'm about to try this. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Right.
And I'll try some stuff, and generally it works. You know what I mean? And really, I'm gonna give you the secret sauce. I'm gonna give you the secret sauce on how I make things work, that I guess you would say aren't in key. And some DJs already know this, but some DJs have no clue. Kill the bass.
Right.
That changes everything.
Yep.
It changes everything.
It helps. It
definitely
helps.
So, because you can kill a melody now with stems, but if you don't have stems,
Well, I mean, and now, like, people who've been in the game longer than me, and I don't want to say you, but, people who, were in it before, like you, before I was in it, it's funny how people used to say the controller killed the game. And now everybody in the world,
it did.
It didn't, because if the controller killed the game, then people who've been in the game longer than me, who used to carry records, will still be carrying records. Did nobody tell y'all to start carrying them crates? So the controller did not kill the game. Let's keep it a buck. Like, there were people who were in the game longer than me. Respect to them. I'm not mentioning no names.
I got to rebuttal that. Go ahead, keep going on.
But
rebuttal that.
I don't. And then on top of that, the people who came in when the controller took off, like me, it's what it is. And when you have DJs not willing to teach you what y'all knew the game was before the controller took off, then what in the holy fuck do you think people, when the controller takes off, are going to do? They got to learn somehow. And it's like, so you can't. People used to kill me, man. They would get mad about how about what you use as you got in the game, as the game was changing.
I used to be one of them guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to be one of them guys.
No, because there were. But
I have an argument for that.
I'm not naming them. But to me, you can't be mad at the controller takeoff and not be willing to show people the game.
It wasn't the controller that we were mad the most about. It was not the controller.
So what is it then?
It was the fact that DJ became so accessible. That was one thing. We were butthurt about that. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of us were upset because it became. You went from 50 DJs in the city to 5,000 overnight, basically, with controllers and computers. Okay, but the biggest thing that makes us mad, as guys that have been around 25 years and all that's 25 or more years. The biggest thing that makes us mad is not understanding the culture. That's where I have a problem with it. It's not understanding where it came from or not respecting the DJ culture. Because at the end of the day, if they don't carry that on, this culture is going to die.
Okay, so then guess what we need then? We we need some of y'all vets to stop acting like, yo, I'm going to stop being the dentist the minutes get off my lawn, Mr. Wilson, motherfucker. I'm going to stop being that dude, and I'm going to teach somebody something.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean? Because
and
that's my thing. Like, you know, you can't act like Mr. Wilson, but then get mad when the controller takes off and the DJ number goes from 50 to 5 million. You can't be mad. It's like it's either it's one or the other. Either
I agree.
If you want people who came in when the NS7 and the NX6 and all that bullshit came out, then guess what y'all responsibility is.
And you know, I've always been one to teach people and show people things. That's one thing I never held back on. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I didn't know what I was doing when I started. Listen, there's 3 people right now that I would not be sitting here as a DJ or have the credentials I have without them being influential in my life.
That's my whole point. We all got there somehow, some way from somebody else outside of you.
Here's the biggest thing though, and I think and I'm not sticking up for them because it's not right, but in their defense, a lot of it is when you started out with turntables and records, wasn't nobody teaching you nothing. Like I learned how to blend 2 songs on my own. I had no clue what clocking records was till Top Speed showed me. Top Speed showed me how to clock my records.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
And shout out to him also because he's not one of the DJs I'm talking about.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like not everybody's like that, but the biggest thing I had with it was they didn't respect the culture. Everybody's a DJ. It's like what's your credentials? Oh, I went and bought a controller. Okay, what do you know about DJ? Here's what burns me up. This is what burns me up. If I ask you to name 3 DJs that are like, how do I say it? That you should know, and you can't name them. You can't name Jazzy Jeff, bro. Listen, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That's the greatest man ever touched them turntables. If you can't name Jazzy Jeff, you can't. That's my thing. It's like they didn't do the research of what it came from. That's where I have the problem. I use a controller now.
Yeah, everybody who had a problem with the controller game is using one. And then we ain't got to name no names in the city. We know good and hell, motherfucking well, all the heavy hitters in the city are running around being lazy with the controller.
Time out. That's not being lazy. That's not being lazy.
I don't think it's being lazy either.
Because
but my whole thing is, it's like, okay, y'all crapped on them when they came out, and y'all crapped on all the DJs who propped up.
But you got to remember, and this may be different for you because, like I said, you started around the era when the controllers came out. They were junk. That was a lot of the reasons why we did not like them. So now you had a guy showing up.
Well, I mean, everything is better from the time, you know.
It's like I use a DDJ 1000, and I don't use it like other DJs use it. I only use two decks. I never use 4 decks. I never use 90% of those buttons on there. I don't use, bro. I don't use because that's not my style. I don't need the flanger. I don't need this. I don't need all of that. Like I need the echo out.
Right.
That's what I need.
Right.
That's all I need.
Right.
Like, you know, so as far as people being mad about it, the biggest thing was people didn't respect the culture. Everybody became a DJ, and then they started trying to shit on us guys that been around for a while. That's what got it fired up. Now, you are correct. There's a lot of people that were, you know, are still hiding secrets. Like, bro, you're gonna
stop being the gatekeeper shit. Got to end.
Eventually, you're gonna pass on, bro. Like,
the gatekeeper shit got to end.
You got to leave it to somebody.
If you want the culture, if the culture really means something to you, and it ain't just about what somebody can do quicker than the time it took you to get there. If the culture really means something to you, then it should be easy for you to make the decision to pass the shit on.
100%.
If it's really about how easy it is for Jamaal with 620 to get in the game with a controller, and you've been running around carrying crates of records for 20 years, and you worried about how quickly I can get somewhere it took you 20 years to get, then I understand why you keeping the secret sauce.
But here's the thing with that. Like, I have no problem sharing the sauce, but I'm not just gonna share it with anybody.
You gotta show me you for real.
It's got to be somebody who's really involved and is really trying to do this. It's like, because it's like I go show you the sauce, and then you don't do nothing with it. Now I've wasted my time. Time is money. You can't get time back. So it's like, if I'm doing this for the culture, and this is what you're doing it for, and you're trying to grow yourself and this and that, and we want to learn the secrets and the trades of how to do this, I've showed people how I mix, and some people are like, oh, I can't do it.
Look, you know I agree with you about 80%, but you and I both know and I'm not going to say his name. There's a certain dude that no matter what
Let
we
it
do,
go, man. Let
what
it
we
go.
say, how we teach, what we suggest, it does not register. It just doesn't. So my point in saying that is, like, you taught me. What I do or don't do with it is on me. But I think for somebody who's
True,
been
but I
in
wouldn't have showed you if I didn't think you either had the drive or the talent or you wanted to do something with it.
But I mean, I think
Have I
think the
showed people
opportunity
before and they done nothing? Yes, and that pisses me off because it's like you bug me to show you something, and I
Right.
show you something because at the end of the day, my mentor, he will tell you, and I will argue with this because if I sit here and I say he taught me something, he will deny it. He said I didn't teach you nothing. I showed you. You went home and mastered it. Shout out to DJ LP.
That's exactly my point.
Like literally, I would go and I would watch him and I would go home and try to figure it out. And then I remember when I first met him, it was probably 3 weeks of me watching him DJ before I actually asked him something. Because I would just watch, and he noticed that. And, you know, we talk about that every now and again. And he noticed that. He goes, yeah, he goes, I could tell you were interested. And then he would do something. And I would say, show me how to do that. And he would do it, but he would do it a different way. I'm like, nah, what you just did. And then he would do it a different way. And I would get mad. But then I would go home and got my wheels turning. And it brought me to be a better DJ because it wasn't me sitting there. It wasn't somebody sitting there holding my hand. He showed me something, but I had the drive and determination, like, I'm going to figure out how to do that, to go home and do that, you know, and then I would do something, he would see me do it, and he'd say, hey, try it this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he'll tell you, he goes, I never taught you nothing. You always had it. Like, nah, you taught me a lot.
Right.
He taught me to open my eyes and step back and really look at not just the room, but people.
But it's not even a whole lot of LPs though either.
It's not.
It's a whole lot more people complaining than there are LPs.
It is. It's true. It's true. And, you know, I was blessed and fortunate enough to run across him and be connected with him because, listen, if it wasn't for my boy Tope, LP, and Lucky, those three people is the reason why I'm the DJ I am today, period. And I every chance I get to tell them, I tell them that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll tell you like this, my boy Tope, and I just seen him not too long ago, and we were talking about this, and I'm thanking him, and he's like, man, it's all good. Nah, bro, you don't understand what you did. Like you put me on the right path because I was going down the wrong path on some other stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just is like we were going to school. We were in the same. So we were going to technical school, and we were in the same class. And he was like, hey, because I knew him through a family friend already. So we had crossed paths before, but we were in class, and we kind of sat down next to each other and just, you know, because we were familiar with each other. And he said, hey, you DJing and got records and stuff. I said, yeah, I'm out here. And so I'm trying to do some parties and stuff like that because I hadn't done nothing.
Right.
And he said, well, and he was kind of DJing, but he didn't know how to DJ. He was more on the rapper, artist side and stuff like that. So he said, hey, I got a party this weekend. You want to come out, DJ? I got speakers. Because I didn't have speakers at the time. He goes, I got speakers. You could bring your stuff. We'll plug it in, this and that. Cool. And I will tell you, to this day, I'll tell you exactly what we made. We made $40. And we ate good. We got drunk. We had a good time. I had no clue how to mix two records together. People started calling us. They was liking what we were doing. And then we started investing in equipment. And when I say I practiced every day, bro, every single day I practiced. And the first two records that I was ever able to mix together was Little John, I Don't Give a Fuck, and the Super Duck Breakbeat. And I would come home every day. And I don't know how I did it, but I would come home every day and mix them back and forth. And then that's when I learned from Top Speed and a couple other DJs that you have to clock your records, because I had no clue what that was. But he put me in that first position to really start going. And then I met, what was the time? I think I met LP next. No, I met Lucky next. And I can't remember how I met Lucky. I think I was in a record pool and I met Lucky. And then him and I started working together. And then he was like, hey, you know this DJ? He's talking about DJ LP. I said, no. So he introduced me to DJ LP. So that transaction of those three people have gotten me to where I'm at now. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I've taken what they have taught me and learned from it, which is the biggest thing. Like, I used to be a person when it came to networking in a room, bro. I go in a room and not say nothing to nobody. Like, Lucky taught me how to network, bro. Like, I go in a room, people I don't know, and make friends and all this other stuff. Like, and I'm a talker anyway, But as far as like the networking thing, like, bro, he taught me how to do that, bro. Because I wouldn't be where I'm at if it weren't for those 3 people. Period. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that goes back to the culture. You got to know where you came from. You got to understand it. It's like me being. I'm still 5 years into producing or something like that. But I still go back and look at older producers that did it a different way to understand it.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing. It really wasn't about the controller. Do I still dislike the controllers? Absolutely, I still dislike them, 100%. But here's if it fails, it's it. If one of my turntables goes down, you won't know the difference.
You got a Ring 7.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Or if I'm using needles, I break a needle, I can still go with it. With the computers, I can go in internal mode.
Right.
So it's so many different options with it now. But I still don't care for them. I'll use them. But the biggest thing was the fact that we felt that they didn't respect the culture. That was what the biggest thing was. It really wasn't the controller itself. Yes, we were butthurt about it. I will say it on record.
Of course.
But because it was a change we didn't want to see. You know what I'm saying? It's a change we didn't want to see. But as far as controllers, like,
man, look, they lighter, they're easier.
Look, it fits in the
no
backpack.
records.
Fits in the backpack.
If anything, to me, more so the controller, the streaming music and the MP3 to me are bigger. To me, if I was somebody.
And see, that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Do you know how we got before record pools? You know how we got our MP3s?
I'd record them.
We had to sit there and record that entire record, and then we had to go in and chop it up. Like sometimes you'll hear me play a song. If it's the audio version, you can hear the record crackle in it because it came from one of my records.
Right.
Like, you don't understand what we went through. It's like we would. For me, I got lucky. There was a group of 4 of us that ran together. So what we would do is we would all take a stack of records and all go home and do that and then exchange it.
Right.
But bro, before that first changeover, and that's what I'm saying, it's so easy now, and we knew that was going to come along. It was going to be that easy. I think that's why we fought.
So again, why so many motherfucking Mr. Wilsons then? If y'all knew it was coming, like, get off my lawn, dude. It's
because here's the thing. When you you're my age. When you get a certain age, you get set in your ways.
I'm older than you, yeah.
You get set. It's the same thing.
But again, it's like it goes back. It's like, man, because I'm even to the point now where I live in Northwest Indiana now. It's a dude, and I won't even. Well, you know what? Shout out to DJ Cortez, cool cat. And he asked me, anything he asked me, I'm telling him what he does with it is not for me to judge. If he outruns me, he outruns me. But it's like my whole thing is...
That's another thing. It's like you should be confident enough in what you do.
Another reason why I'm questioning.
Yeah, to where if I show you something, it shouldn't affect what I do.
And it shouldn't.
If you're
and
good,
even if it does, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, it should matter. If you're good, you're good.
What you do with what I give you, that's my way to.
But I'm not just gonna give somebody the sauce who's not gonna attempt to do something with it. Like, because you can't get
that's
time.
a damn lie, because we've been doing that in the city for a long time.
I had to stop, bro.
I'm just saying, we some of us have been doing that for a long time now. And again, it's not for me to judge what you do with what I show you. You're gonna do something with it, or you're not.
Well, my thing is with that. What I'm saying is you can't get time back. So at this point,
I'd be shitty if I find out you know. But I mean, imagine how shitty I am now.
I got one cat. And I got one cat, man, and I'll never forget it, man. I showed him a lot of stuff, bro. And if he was still here today, bro, like, because watching this man DJ, I was like, he's got it, dude. And I told him, you know, because I said, bro, you're gonna be better than me. He was like, no. I said, bro, you already got it. He was 10 years younger than me. I was like, you already got it, man. You got it. And I started taking him under my wing, bro. And man, yeah, it's.
I wish I had the opportunity to show somebody something that I could look at and automatically.
Here's the thing, bro, man. He was dealing with mental health, and nobody really knew it. So he took his own life.
Right.
He's like a little brother to me, man. That dude, man, he was talented, bro. He was talented. I was, you know, showing him that stuff was some of the best times that I had because he took it and just really ran with it, man. Like, and just when you get somebody who's like that, it just makes it makes it surreal because it's just like, okay, they understand the culture, they want to learn, and it's like, you know, him and I would battle, bro, and it was fun. I would kick his ass every time, but it was like Mr. Miyagi and Danielson, you know what I'm saying? But it was fun,
right?
And it made him better each time, and it also made me better because he put me on my heels a couple times. I ain't gonna lie to you, you know what I'm saying? But it made me a better DJ because that's one thing DJ LP always taught me, bro. No matter who you get on with, bring it because that next man they're gonna try to outshine you.
Yeah.
And we used to run around. It was me, DJ LP, DJ Twist, and DJ Chaos. Shout out to all them guys. We used to all run around. 4 of us ran around, and we would go back and forth all night. So all 4 of us had 4 different styles, and the crowd would eat it up. And at the end of the night, we'd be like, "Oh, you got me tonight," you know, such and such won tonight. And it really was never a competition, but it was fun. But it was like when I DJ with somebody, I'm a different DJ, bro. Because I know that man is going to try to outdo me, and I want to make sure I shine.
Right.
So it's like, going back to some of the laziness stuff, like as far as DJ, I get lazy when I DJ by myself. That's why I choose to DJ with multiple people sometimes, because it brings more out of me. Because you might play a song that I was going to play. Oh, man, I got to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, man, it's just that love for the culture. The love of DJing is not there anymore. And I feel like the controllers started that. I feel like the controllers started that because people seen they could grab a DJ controller, grab a laptop, and go make some money.
Well, but again, you got to have...
But that's also on the promoters and people hiring them.
You got to have people willing to teach us what the grind was before the controller took off.
Some people didn't want to listen because they want the easy route.
Yeah, everybody... Yeah.
So at the end of the day, man, yes, like I said, we were butthurt about it. But at the same time, it's like, just all the thing we ask is learn the culture.
We can't go. People can't completely, and I mean.
But it doesn't take me to teach them the culture.
It does on some level. Now,
no, not really. It's all
on some. Well, okay. So then, it's almost like people my age, the greatest NBA, the greatest super of all time is Mike.
Let's not do that today.
But it's all right. So
I agree with that, but let's not do that today. Let's not go there.
Well, my point. That's my point though is, you know what I mean, these younger cats, they don't know shit about Mike.
That's true.
People could educate them just as much as they could get on YouTube and find shit out. That's all. It's like we essentially two groups of people could throw the blame game.
These kids nowadays most of them are introverts. They don't want to go nowhere. They don't want to go be in front of somebody. They want to learn from the computer.
Well then, why y'all worried about what they do in the controller? Then let them figure it out.
Because no. It's not about them figuring it out. It's not. That's not what it is. It's not about them figuring out. It's about them understanding the involvement, where it came from.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. I'll leave them to figure that out. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not just talking about how to use the controller in front of you. I'm talking about the culture too. But at the same time, when the culture took off, when the controller took off and the MP3s changed the game and it wasn't no more carrying records, it's like you got people who didn't want to teach some of us a damn thing. That's why, for me, shout out to you, shout out to Luck, shout out to Cookie Man, God rest his soul. Those, I didn't have. Shout out to Fly Top because we got in the game around the same time as the controller took off. Shout out to Shawnee D. He's somebody I know I could run to, been in the game longer. Mm-hmm. But I should be able to name way more DJs than I just named who would have been willing to invest.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair. I give you that.
And so it's like when these other people that I should be able to name and can't name, when you leave people as technology's changing to figure shit out and get in the game, they're gonna accept less money for gigs. They're gonna be lazy. Like to your point earlier, they're introverts. So all those things play a role. And it's like, okay, well, you can make the argument. It's a whole lot of things got the DJ game flipped over.
Yeah.
But I do think
it's true. It
does a lot more. At the end of the day, it's like for.
But I'm saying what I'm saying is the controller era started that. It did. But regardless, if we were upset for the wrong reasons or whatever,
that's fair.
It started it because some of us were we're really, and I think there's probably might still be a few guys that probably still feel that way. But I'm just at this point, it's like, bro, it's technology.
Well, it shouldn't be nobody feel that way now because every damn body got one.
That's true.
So to slam the controller now or to slam the people who got in the game when the controller took off, the hell with y'all, because all y'all that I see running around with the controller.
Hey man, I slammed it too, man.
Well, I mean that's true too. But again, it's like, man, I can't call you a gatekeeper because not only have you helped me, it's been other people that you've passed the buck on. And I'm not saying nothing to the rest of those guys who didn't help me, but I know there are some guys, and I won't name them, that I asked for help and never got it. That's and fair. So, you know, fair. I mean, that's why I'm like, yo, man, miss me with that Mr. Wilson shit. Like,
Mr. Wilson.
Miss me with that because, it's Michael it's Mike and Kareem and Magic and Larry and Isaiah. It's on them too. Cole and Braun and T Mac and Iverson. It's what it is. It's like it's on them. You know, if you old man Kareem, you can't, or old man Shaq, you can't keep. How many times you work with old Superman Dwight before you shit on him about what he couldn't do? You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man, and that's.
I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down. We have not only do we have to hold other DJs accountable, but we have to help as OGs in the game. Like, and I'm always willing to help. DJs ask me questions. You know, I'm always willing because I started like those setups that everybody's. I started like that. I got pictures somewhere. I gotta find.
Oh, I do too.
Because I started like that. I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know no better. I thought this was. You know what I'm saying? But see, and that's, if I get on people about saying, if I say, hey, you should try this, they get mad. I'm just like, bro, you got to evolve. I'm trying to hold you accountable, especially somebody who's been in the game for that long. It's like, we got to hold each other accountable. I expect if my setup looks like shit or I did something wrong, I expect another DJ to tell me.
Well, you know you got people who call it.
Yeah, call me out. Yeah. Like, real talk.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's stuff I've done live on Twitch. I'm live streaming on Twitch. DJ Break One will call my phone. Like, bro, we're on Twitch. He will call my phone like, hey, man, this is wrong. Fix this. Like, real talk, man. But that's the thing. It's like, if you don't have the right people in your circle, the right people around you, you're going to stay in the same repetitive thing. Because if I walk into a room and I'm the smartest one in the room, I'm in the wrong room, bro. If I can't learn something from somebody else in that room, I'm in the wrong room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to continue to evolve, but we also got to hold each other accountable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that need to be held accountable as far as DJs. And it's not just DJing. It's how we carry ourselves and things like that. How we show up. You know, we got to do better. Right. As all DJs. Like, you know, and it's our responsibility as another DJ.
Some of us just can't take the constructive, though.
That's another thing. You got to learn how to take the criticism. I gave you some constructive criticism the other day. It's like, you know, it's like I expect the same thing. Hey, if I set up wrong or something looks wrong, somebody tell me.
Right, call it out.
Call me out.
Yeah.
Call me out. Like, real talk. And if I'm wrong, I'm like, hey, I was wrong. Or yeah, I can do this, because you can always continue to learn and grow and do better. Like, and that's not just DJing. That's life. That's as a person. That's everything. But we as DJs have to do better, need to do better. And we are and support each other. Like, the greatest thing, and this probably gonna get me in trouble. The greatest thing when we had, I don't even know if we can say it on YouTube or anything, but when we had the sick time in 2020, what I'm gonna call it that.
Right.
The greatest thing about that, and I know a lot of people died and people said it wasn't great, but as a DJ culture, we came together. I've never seen so many DJs support each other and work together and push each other and grow. And then as soon as that online thing went away and we went back to normal,
right back to the bullshit.
Everybody's back to this guy did this, hating on this guy.
Right,
no, man, we need to be held accountable amongst each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not get mad about it. It's like, if I do something wrong, tell me. Like, real talk. You know. But
you got to be willing to take it, though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of us.
But that's just it, man. That's just it. Like I said, hold each other accountable. Hold each other accountable. If you got another DJ that you see is struggling, help them out. You know what I'm saying? Help them out. Like, hey, instead of going at them online, go in the DMs or reach out to them. Hey, man, I see you did this. hey, try this way, or hey, maybe you shouldn't post stuff like that. It could tarnish your brand or anything like that. It's just we have to talk to each other. We have to talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a big deal. It's like, so but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Here we are, Kreation DJs Podcast, episode 1. So we hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, put some stuff down in the comments you guys want us to talk about, or maybe you have a question about, or you want to debate us on. Like, if we said something wrong, put it down there. I want to know. Like, this is why we're doing this. So thank you guys for joining us. We got many more to come. This was fun. I love to talk my shit, so this was a great time.
Don't we know? We know?
So thank you guys again. Once again, I'm Jtorcher. That's DJ Jamaal, and we'll see you guys on the next one.